In today's video, I'm going to be discussing what is a VA high-level review, who can conduct the high-level review, and the initial action the VA must take when a veteran requests a high-level review. And as a bonus, I'm going to be sharing some tips that I think will help you win your high-level review, so make sure you stick around. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dwayne Kimball, owner and founder of KMD89 VA Claims Consulting, United States Army veteran and retired VA rating specialist. Today's video: what is a high-level review, who can conduct it, initial action, and as a bonus, I'm going to share some tips that I think will help you win your high-level review. But before we get into today's video, make sure you go out to my website, pick up my new book, VA Claims Success. So, high-level review. What is it? Who conducts it? What are some things that you can do to help you win that high-level review? I talk to a lot of veterans and they get denied and they say, oh, I'm just going to do a high-level review, without understanding what it is, who conducts it, and how can you win? And more so, what do you need to win? So these are some things that I'm going to be discussing. So let's go ahead and get into it. Slide number one. Here in slide number one, this is the M21 manual reference -5 that covers the appeals process, okay? The high-level review process. The definition of a high-level review. High-level reviews consist of de novo reviews of issues identified by requesters on a completed VA Form 20-0996, decision review request, high-level review, okay? De novo review means the reviewer re-examines and re-adjudicates the claim in question without difference to the prior decision, except for proper favorable findings. Now, as you can see, there's another M21-5 reference, and there's 38 CFRs, okay? So I'm not gonna go over any of those 38 CFRs, but I wanted to list them so you can do your research. Now, let's go back to the VA Form 20-0996. This is the form that you need to submit when you are requesting a high-level review. On this form, there are instructions. Please read these instructions. Veterans ask me, Dwayne, well, what about this? What about that? I submitted a high-level review. And I'm like, you didn't read the instructions. You have to invest and take the time. Invest in taking time. Invest in time to read what's on this form. And that's for any prescribed VA form that you are submitting, okay? They put a lot of good information in there, but a lot of veterans fail to invest that time and read those instructions, okay? So that is what a high-level review is. They're gonna look at everything that was of evidence, of record, when that initial claim was adjudicated. So on that 0996, you have to spell it out. What do you file a high-level review for? Incorrect percentage, incorrect effective date. If you were denied service connection, what regulation did that adjudicator, RVSR, violate it? It's not, oh, let me tell you my story as to why I feel I should be service connected, okay? Moving right along, slide number two. Slide number two, who may conduct high-level reviews? Experienced adjudicators who did not participate in the prior decisions will conduct high-level reviews. Decision review officers at Decision Review Operation Centers, so known as DROCs, okay, have the authority to conduct high-level reviews for compensation rating issues. So the initial claims are done by RVSRs/raters. When you do a high-level review, you are talking to a DRO, Decision Review Officer, that works under DROCs, Decision Review Operation Centers, okay? Now, these individuals did not have part, I'll say it again, they did not take part in your initial claim. All right? So just make sure you understand that. And keep in mind, because I'm going to bring it up again here later towards the end of this video. Moving right along, slide number 3. Initial actions to take with an HLR request. When a claimant requests an HLR after receiving a decision, follow the steps noted below. Now, this is telling the VA employee that drove what to do. So again, veterans, this is why it's so important for you to understand the 38 CFR, the M21 manual reference, because these are instructions that the VA employees should be following. So if you know what they're following, then you know how to win because you have that information. They're giving it to you, okay? So it says review the claimant's electronic claims folder, e-folder, to determine what issues VA previously decided. So a lot of veterans will say they got a call for their informal conference and the person says they didn't review your claims file, or they just want to hear from you what you think about what's going on. It can't be true because they have to review to see, okay, what is the veteran appealing or disagreeing with? The effective date, incorrect percentage, service connection, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So they have to review something, right? So review the claimant's electronic claims folder, e-folder, to determine what issues what issues VA previously decided. Now it goes on to say if any issue identified on the form is not eligible for HLR, send the claimant and any representative an HLR rejection letter for the issue uploaded to the letter in the folder. Now, an example of that is a veteran submitted a high-level review for something that has not been adjudicated. I've seen it happen. Didn't see it a lot, but I've seen it happen. You have to wait until you get the letter in the mail or that decision has been made or adjudicated, okay? You cannot submit a high-level review before that. Number 2, check if the claimant or representative requested an informal conference. That is on that 0996 that I previously talked about, okay? So, what is a high-level review? Who can do it? And initial actions. Now, I'm going to discuss what are some tips of things that you could be doing that could help you win your high-level review. The first one, get educated. Get educated on this process. My videos are educating you. My book, educating you. Number 2, read the 0996 before you submit it. Read it. 3, understanding what you are appealing / high-level review, also disagreeing. Is it that effective date? Is it the percentage? Or did they deny service connection? So you, the veteran, the burden of proof is on you. You have to prove, one, what are you disagreeing with? What regulation did that RVSR violate if they didn't service connect you or they granted the incorrect effective date? You have to know that before you even submit that form. Also, you can put that on that 0996. I am disagreeing with rating decision dated, September 1st, 2023. I submitted a sufficient DBQ and Nexus for the right shoulder secondary to my service-connected left shoulder. According to 38 CFR, 38 CFR 3.159 subpart C, just using an example, sufficient evidence, if the VA claims folder does not have sufficient evidence, the VA must request a C&P exam. my evidence was sufficient. Something like that. That's just an example. Okay, I'm not gonna go too deep, but it should be like a 3 or 4 sentence explanation. And so when you get to the high level review, ask questions. Okay, that's the fourth one. Ask questions. Just don't sit there like a bump on a log and don't say anything. You should already done this research on the high level review process and how it pertains to what you are appealing. I keep saying appeal because I'm old school, but high level review. Okay. That's how you win that high level review. It is not, oh, let me just tell you my story. Oh, I got an MRI. I got 3 bulging discs and this. No. Whatever you are disagreeing with, again, effective date, percentage, service connection. Go out, look for a court case. Go to the M21. Go to the 38 CFR. I have a video on my channel where I show you how to do a quick search in the M21 manual reference to get you to those court cases, to get you to that 38 CFR. So I'm gonna say it again. Number 5, you have to invest your time into this. If you just sit back and say, well, I wore the uniform and they should give me this and they should give me that, your chances of being successful are going to be extremely low. Okay? Our clients and individuals that take some of my training seminars, they become educated and their chances of winning their VA claim go up. Okay? So with that being said, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and don't forget to share this video with your fellow veterans. Thank you.